everybody? How we doing tonight? In the room, online, you guys doing great? You guys having a great time? Hope you're enjoying life at home or life wherever you are. Maybe you're on the road. Maybe you're at Taco Bell. Probably not, but that'd be cool. I'm going to get Taco Bell after this. I don't know about y'all. So, all right, really quick in the chat, I want to know what you had for dinner tonight. Let me know. In the room, what did you guys have for dinner tonight? Nachos? Let's go. Let's go. We had tacos last night. They were delicious. I actually made them myself, and our house is still standing. Great times. All right, Matt, what'd you have? You had what? QT. What'd you get at QT, though? Hot dog, chips, something, and a soda. Peanut butter cups. Dude, that's legit. Okay, someone said cabbage pocket mix. What? That doesn't sound great. I don't know what that is. Stuffing. Brandon didn't eat dinner. Can we all? Brandon, you have to eat, dude. Like, eat. I know you had COVID, so you still don't have taste buds probably, but it's fine. You got to eat, you know? It's life. Anyway, Tostito rolls. Let's go. A little bit of chicken. All right, anyone else in the room? What'd you have for dinner tonight? I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm getting ideas. Parmesan pretzels? It's weird. I like Parmesan like Cheez-Its, but like pretzels? Bold pretzels, Aldi. Limited time offer. Limited time offer. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's move on to some announcements for you guys tonight. I'm going to move this, and hopefully people don't hate me for it. All right, so there we go. All right, so we got some announcements for you. So number one, welcome. Obviously, we're so glad that you guys are here. Number two, we got trivia night. I don't remember what was next. So anyway, we got virtual trivia night. I literally have a confidence monitor here that has all of the slides right in front of me of what's next. Just use it, Ben. Just someone to say it. Ben, use it. Thanks, Nick. All right, there we go. All right, so coming up, March 6th is going to be virtual trivia night. So this year, due to COVID restrictions, we are not able to have trivia night like we normally do. And because of COVID last year, we don't really need to raise money this year. But what we want to do is we want to have a virtual trivia night to say thank you to all the people that have given and to offer this as a free opportunity for people to just have some fun, to enjoy it, and just to gather with whoever they feel comfortable with, whether online or in person at their homes, you know. And we're going to have this on our YouTube channel. It's going to be a great time. So if you know anyone that you think would really love doing this, spread the news, tell your parents, tell your coaches, tell your teachers, tell whoever, you know. Let them know, hey, we got this awesome trivia night. It's going to be virtual. It's going to be great. You know, just come have some fun and enjoy it. You'll see me maybe. So, and what this means for you guys, obviously, we're not going to have to do childcare. So scratch that off the list. Boop. You know, we're not going to do table running, so scratch that off the list. Boop. We don't need to refill sodas. Boop. Popcorn. Boop. Open doors. Boop. You know, all these things. But what I think ways that you can help is we want to have you guys help to deliver the questions and the answers for the night. So we're going to have you guys, and I haven't decided whether or not we're going to pre-record this or if we're going to do it live. So we're going to have some of you guys basically be giving questions throughout the night to just kind of get your face up there, kind of share a little bit of your story, maybe, or just read questions. So anyway, if you're interested in that, write it in the chat. Catch me afterward. Some of you guys already said that on Sunday. I got your names down, so you don't have to repeat if you mention that on Sunday. But if you'd like to help out with that, we'd love to have you. So, boom, there you go. All right. Thanks, Abby. She'll do that. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's been a year since trivia night. Also crazy to think, we've almost been in COVID land for a year. Can you guys believe that? Like, that's wild, man. That's wild. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah, you're not supposed to clap for that. Yeah, sorry. Carter, you're not supposed to clap for that. So, yeah, boo is, so. Anyway, all right. Next announcement for you. This Sunday and every Sunday, we have small groups at 1 p.m. after church. So go home, grab a bite to eat, or stay at home, eat something, and then hop on Zoom. And link is in our bio on our Instagram. And if you need it, just text me or email me, or parent email me, whatever, you know. Snail mail me. I'll write you a note and send it to you. So it's cool. So I haven't had the carrier pigeon thing figured out. I'm still waiting on Solely, still waiting on you to get the carrier pigeon thing figured out so we can start working on that. It's going to be, that's where 2022 is going to be, man. It's carrier pigeon world. So anyway, write it down. It's going to happen. It's the future. All right. But small groups going to be happening at 1 p.m. on Zoom, and this is a great opportunity to take the message that we have tonight deeper. And also, more than that, it's a great opportunity to not just sit here, but to actually just talk with people and to get to know people like you, and just be able to just share just what's going on in your life and to grow deeper with others and with God. So that's the beautiful thing about small groups. Small groups is a wonderful moment to just realize, hey, I'm not alone in this Christian faith. There's others that are here to support and encourage me, and I can support and encourage them as well. So that's small groups. All right, and then last but certainly not least announcement, we got main service notes. You fill these out every Sunday, and as a little prize, because, we love prizes around here, we'll give you a $5 gift card somewhere. And this week, someone is winning a $5 gift card to Freddy's Steak Burgers. So I'm not going to lie, I was really hoping I could eat something there. I almost just was like, why don't I just get a burger around here? Like, this is stupid. I didn't. I should have. That was stupid. So anyway, all right, so we got a winner for this. So let's roll that video. Let's see who won tonight. Boom. Hey, Haley Holderly, you got $5 to Freddy's. Have fun with that. Well, it went to your brother, so there you go. Well, yeah. Yeah, you really can't afford a burger with that, but you can get some ice cream, and you can get some fries, and you can get maybe a slice of cheese. You could get a soda. You could probably get a pickle. Maybe some onions. They might throw some mustard in there. So there you go. Well done, Haley. Thanks for filling that out. And thank you for all of you that did fill those out. That's good stuff. And the reason, just so you guys know, the reason why we like to do the main service notes is, let's be real, the more that we write stuff down, the more we remember things. And, God's word's important. So we want to write it down. We want to remember it. So that's why we do that, in case you're wondering. So, and then, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of, $5 on the side to go with it. So there you go. All right. I think I'm done here. Am I done here? I'm done here. All right. What? Birthdays are really only on Sundays. Yeah. Because Star's birthday is Friday. That's all we got, I think. Anyone else? You got a birthday? You got birthdays? You got a birthday this week? On Monday. Yeah. Ella Burns, you will be celebrated on Sunday. And next Wednesday. Or something. And on social media. All right, there you go. All right. I'm done. All right. Rachel, get me out of this rut that I'm in right now with announcements. Yeah, don't murder stuff.
Yeah. We know that I probably... Oh, rip. Woo! Okay. Oh, on the chat. That's awesome. All righty. Let's see. How are things going on the chat? Awesome. Hey, guys, how you doing? So, excuse the Band-Aid on my nose. I'm fine. Everyone's so concerned. Has anybody else not gotten those mask, burns? Oh, my mask, got my nose open right where it lays. So, it hurts really bad. And it, was covered up from last week, and then I picked it again today, and here we are. So, I guess I'm the only one alone here, but that's why I have a Band-Aid on. Ben was a little concerned earlier and gave my husband a look. Anyway, so we're going to play a fun game tonight called When Leaves Attack. What do you guys think it's about? So, I'm going to read through the instructions. So, leaves, they're everywhere, watching, waiting. It's only a matter of time until they strike. The first step in battle preparedness is being able to identify your enemy. Can you correctly identify what kind of leaves are falling? towards you before it's too late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide you guys into 2 teams, and Judy's handling online for me. And you're going to be on teams 1 and 2, and then you're going to come forward over here so we can get you on the camera. And then you're going to see a picture of a leaf, and then you have to guess what tree it is from. It's multiple choice, Morgan. Okay, so I'm going to number you guys off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, Megan. All right, so you're going to see where you're at because COVID. Remember what number you're on. So then I need 1. Actually, we're just going to do it. The sisters, come up. All right, got to put my mask on now. Okay. Who? Oh, Sherry did. I was like, who did the thing for me? It was Sherry. Alrighty. Hey, Samuel. Hey, Sully. Hey, Sadie. Sorry, guys. I missed all these. I think there's a lag. Well, hey, guys. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready for this? And, hey, online, you're going to play the entire time. So you're going to guess in the chat, and then you'll just self-score on your team. But you guys are going to have your own round as well. So hang tight. All right. Are we ready for this? All right. You're supposed to guess what tree it's from. And you say it loud so I can hear you. We don't have mics for y'all because COVID. All right. 3, 2, 1. What's your guess? I don't think that counts. She said it after she already got it wrong. I mean, fine. Yeah, we'll give team 1 a point. It is Sugar Maple! So team 1 has 1 point. I told you it was silly. All right, Matt, you want to come up? And Nora, come up. Alrighty. Next one. Which one do you think it is? So Nora says 3, and Matt says 2, and the answer is American! Team 1 gets another point. Oh, golly, yes! Get back down here, you two. Oh, just Nora. Sorry, and Amanda, I owe you from the last round. So, since you guys got it wrong, you have to do something. So, Nora, you have to get on the floor and do the worm. And Amanda, you have to sing I'm a Little Teapot. One at a time. Nora, you go first. Yeah, your best effort, Nora. You got this, girl. I think the worm got right over. All right. Sing I'm a Little Teapot and do the motions. Oh. And get in front of the camera.
I'm a little teapot, short and but I don't know it very well. Okay. A little teapot, short and stout. Here is my sandal, here is my spout. When it's shout. Be over and pour me out.
All right. right. You guys. Cindy says, yay, Amanda. All right, that was awesome. Okay, next up, Haley and Josh. Oh, Haley and Bobby. Bobbert, are you okay? Oh, you had your head down. I thought you were sick. Well, debatable. I think the allergies are bad. People are getting headaches. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Say it loud so I can hear you. All right, Haley says 1, red oak, and you say 4, cypress. The answer is red oak. Team 1 again. All right, Haley, you can go sit, and I'm gonna embarrass Bobbert. I do like to do that. Okay. You have to. I can't read. You have to cluck like a chicken with the movements for at least 10 seconds. Really loud. In a circle. Yeah. Cluck, 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 cluck. You have to balk too. Yeah, like balk. Oh, good job, Bobby. All right, I got the next one in my head. Don't worry. All right, so Josh, what team are you on? So Josh and Ella, your team too, right, Ella? Okay, Josh and Ella, come on up. Woo! Okay, next one. You beat you to it, guess, but still guess. Okay. Ella says 4, and Josh says 3, and the winner is Josh! Team 1 with 4 points. All right, Ella. I want you. I was going to say do a handstand. Do you know how to do one? Oh, you can't. Oh, darn. Yeah. Cement floor. We don't want any concussions. Breakaway 2017, anybody? Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Break dance, Ella. Just pretend like you know how. Woo! Keep going, Ella. 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 Keep going, keep going. You can do this, girl. Woo! I literally was like, oh, they'll do a handstand, but I forget it's concrete floor. That's hilarious. All right, Hope and Megan. Or no, wait. Luke, what number are you? Hope, you're 1. Okay, so yeah, Megan and Hope. Noise? Cindy says no handstands. Oh, that's funny. All righty. Are you guys ready for this? Scoot over a little bit so we can, there we go. All right, next one. Okay. Megan says eucalyptus. And Hope says Juniper. And the answer is Eucalyptus. T2 finally got a point. All right, Hope. I know you don't like to be embarrassed. Just give me a hand. There we go. All right. Good job, girl. Alrighty. Let's have, okay, what's your name? Devin, come on up. And your team won, right? Okay, and then Mackenzie, come on up, girlfriend. Okay. All right. Next one. And say your answers really loud. Okay, you two. All right, so you said 2 and you said? Well, you have to pick something else. Okay, you sing 1, you say 2? That's a very manly thing for you to do. All right, let's do the next one. Answer, Ryan, you're sleeping back there. That goes fair. Good job. All right, team 1 now has 5 points. Oh, are you okay? Oh no, your glasses broke. Oh no. We didn't have them sign waivers. Okay, all right, Mackenzie. All right, Mackenzie, you have to hop on 1 foot back to your seat. And go! Woo! All right. Luke and you're 1. And Amanda back, and then we're going to do an... Oh, Ben's going to come, and then we're going to do an online round. All right. Oh, gosh. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm so sorry. I cannot keep up with the chat today. In Breakaway of 2017, Phil Snowbarger got a concussion at Breakaway, and Liam Ryan got a busted nose. So that's what happened in 2017. The games were really intense. Yeah, but it's okay. Sadie, don't worry. Those games, they never played them like that again, and we don't go to that camp. That camp was not put on by CSM. Disclaimer, we did not put that camp on. Yeah, it was a violent year. But, all righty. So, next one. Nick, this is yours. All right, Luke. Ooh, let's see who's right. Team 1 again! All right, Ben, now you had to do something embarrassing. I know, that's what I was thinking about. Okay, Ben. I am going to need you to run down to the end of the hall. Yeah, until the end of the hall, and come back and do your best cheerleader dance. Like, go, team, go, because I want to get you out of breath. Yeah. All right. I was going to do the hope, actually. S O F E. Awesome! Oh my gosh, Ben, you far exceeded my expectations for that. All right. So this next round is online. So, whew, that was awesome. Okay. I need someone from Team 1 online to go and someone from Team 2. If you get it wrong, you have to send me a video of you doing something embarrassing. Oh, no, I'm doing online now. Sorry, guys. Okay, Abby, what number are you, though? I said 1 and 2. Okay. I think there's a lag. Okay, Abby's a 1. I need a 2. Or I'm going to voluntold you. So Abby and... All right, Abby and Sully. That does make sense. They're siblings. All right, you two. Are you ready to go? All right, and online. What is it, Abby and Sully? Okay. Sully says Ivy. And let's see what Abby says. Abby says Ivy too. You can't say the same thing as your brother, Abby. Okay, Abby says Sassafrass. All right, let's see what the answer is. Sassafrass! Abby! Team 1! My gosh, Team 1. Are you at 6 or 7? 7 to like 1. All right, so Sully. I don't know how much you really want to do this or not. But if your parents can video and send it to Ben, if you want to, I don't want to embarrass you. They have Ben's number. I want to get a video of you rapping about what you love about CSM. Okay, Sully says no, so. Okay, how about just a dance move, Sully? Just a quick video. Just a quick dance move. You can even do the sprinkler. You can do the shopping cart. Can you do that for us? It'll be great. People here. He says I'm worse at dancing. It's okay, Sully. It's all for fun. Sprinkler, shopping cart, the Running Man. Isn't this the Running Man? No. Oh, that's the Running Man. Okay, I'm so old. Okay, Sully says fine. All right, tell either your dad or mom to take a video and send it to Ben. Woohoo! All right. Okay, let's see who else online wants to go. Sadie and Levi, you guys want to turn? Because everybody in here is gone, correct? Okay. Levi had to leave. What about Sully and, or not Sully, Samuel and Sadie? Brandon hasn't commented in like a long time. Brandon, are you still there? Okay, well, Sadie, and then we'll have Sadie go up against either Samuel or Brandon. One of you guys answer. Oh, Brandon is here. All right, Sadie and Brandon. And then Samuel, we'll get you next time, okay, if you want to go. So Sadie and Brandon, let's go. 3, 2, 1. That's awesome. All right, what is it? We'll do Levi versus Samuel next round. All right, Brandon says 4. Star, are you on your mom's account? All right, Sadie, what do you guess? Brandon guesses 4. Oh, you said Aspen. I'm sorry. All right. All right. Let's see if either one of them are right. 3, 2, 1. Apple, Serviceberry, you both are wrong! Wow, you guys both got it wrong, so I need you both to do a video of yourself rapping about what you love about CSM. Camera. All right. So Sadie, send a video to me. You got my number. And Brandon, send a video to Ben of you rapping about what you love about CSM. It's okay if you don't rap. It's fine. You'll be fine. All right, so this next round, I think we have 3 people online, so we're just going to do all 3 of you. So we're going to do Samuel, Star, and Levi. It's just going to, how Star, it's just going to be you have to answer really quick. I want to make sure everybody gets a turn, and I think this is our last one. All right, are you 3 ready? Samuel, Star, and Levi. All right, get ready for this, and go. All right, write in the chat what you think it is. You can't read it. Nora, we gotta get you glasses, girlfriend. That's awesome. All right. Levi says number 4. Star says chestnut. Well, Samuel, your sister already guessed chestnut. You want to guess something else? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess something else. Okay. Samuel says mulberry. Let's see the answer. 3, 2, 1. Mulberry! Samuel wins! Or not Samuel, sorry. Star, not Samuel. When you guys are on your parents' accounts, it confuses me. Go Star! All right. So, Levi, since you got it wrong, you have to, since Sadie has to rap, I want you to send us a video of you gargling the national anthem. That'd be really funny. All right. Send those to Ben, if you wish, and it'll be fun. All right. Guys, thank you so much for playing When the Leaves Attack! Did you guys like that game? I loved it! Yeah, Levi, that's cool too. Rock on, bud. All right. Sadie said she sent me something. I'll have to look. All right, guys. I want to welcome up our amazing worship leader tonight. But before she comes up, I want to say she got engaged. So give her a congratulations! I think it was quite a while ago, but we haven't had you in a while. So she's getting married in May. Congrats to her. We were sharing all the wedding planning stories and all that fun stuff. So welcome up Kaylin as she leads us in worship tonight. Everybody stand up. Oh, hey, I have the mic. You're good.
You're good. Oh, thank you, Rachel. It's so sweet. Excited to be back with you guys. Whew. All right, tonight let's worship the Lord because we know that he has overcome the world. In John 16:33, it says that, in the second half, it says, in this world you may have trouble, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. And I think sometimes it can be really easy to get so focused on the negatives in life. But we know that our God has overcome the world. And so even with these things that we're facing, we know that he's greater than them and that he's walking with us through them. That might not lessen the pain, but at least it shows us that we have an eternal peace, an eternal hope that will be with us regardless of what we walk through. We get to celebrate that tonight. So let's sing together. Now the darkness fades into new beginnings as we lift our eyes to a hope beyond. Whole creation waits with an expectation to declare the reign of the Lord our God. We will not be moved when the earth gives way, for there is breathe the chasm that lay between us. How high the mountain I could not climb. In desperation, I turned to heaven and spoke your name into the night. And through the darkness, your loving kindness tore through the shadows of my soul. The work is finished, the end is written. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Who could imagine so great a mercy? What heart could fathom such boundless grace? The God of ages stepped down from glory to wear my sin and bear my shame. The cross has spoken, I am forgiven. The King of Kings calls me his own. Beautiful Savior, I'm yours forever. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe, and out of that silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Now, Jesus, yours is the victory. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Oh God, you are my living hope. Amen. In Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my life, my strength, my song, this cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are still, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. And there in the ground his body lay, light of the world by darkness laid, then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again, and as he stands in victory, since curse has lost its grip on me, for I am his and he is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. No guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. From life's first cry to final breath, Jesus commands my destiny. No power of hell, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from his hand till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand. No power of hell, no power of hell, no scheme of man could ever pluck me from his hand till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand. Lord, thank you that you give us a sustainable hope, regardless of what we're walking through. Lord, thank you that you are with us, that you sustain us, and that you love us. Lord, thank you that your peace surpasses all understanding. It surpasses our circumstances. It surpasses our feelings. It surpasses our thoughts. Lord, I pray that you would allow your peace to wash over us in this moment as we trust in you. And I pray that as the message is spoken, Lord, that your glory would be shown through your word, and that we would be able to learn and hear from you tonight. It's in your name I pray. Amen. You guys in the room can have a seat. There's going to be a question up on the screen for you guys to respond to, so take a moment and do that.
Well, let's get started. What is something you wanted to give up? Let's ask this question. Okay, Ella. Your phone. That's a good one. All right. Something you wanted to give up? Anything? What's that? Netflix. Yeah. Well, it's some elementary school band class. I like that story. That's good. Yeah. I feel like every parent wanted their kid to quit like elementary school band and orchestra, especially my parents. They were like, I think they were literally praising God the moment they realized I wasn't going to play violin anymore. So, or recorder for that matter. Recorder is literally like demon child, instrument kind of thing. So, yeah, terrible. So, yeah, what is something you want to give up? Anything else in the chat or in the room? Anything else? Something you wanted to give up? Didn't give up? All right, sweet. Maybe you gave up. So I always think of one of the things I always thought about is like something I gave up trying to do is like a lot of times I'm like kind of like, you think back to when you're younger, when you get older, you think back to when you're younger, and I'm like, I used to be in a lot better shape. Like after doing that cheerleading sequence a little bit ago, I was like, I used to be in a lot better shape, right? And so I was like, okay, and so I'll go work out again. And then it's just eventually I'm just like, I start working out and I'm like, I know I don't work out anymore. It's like, I don't want to do this, I got like limited free time. I don't want to waste it like at a gym with sweaty people and smelly people that I don't know that are judging me and looking at me funny and I'm looking at them funny and they're, and it's just not a good habit, So I just gave it up, In fact, actually I remember for the longest time, I got a gym membership once. My friend suckered me into it and then he never went. And I was like, oh, cool, we're going to work out together. And then he stopped, and he's like, hey, I joined this, like, boxing place. And I'm like, I'm not doing that with you, bro. Like, I'm not that guy. No. I mean, I probably could use it to take out a couple, like, punk kids at youth, like when kids get out of line, I'm like, watch out, man. But no, I'm like, I don't want to do that. So, but anyway, so I kept this gym membership for a while, and then I finally said, okay, I'm done. And then Carrie's like, well, can you at least, like, stop paying for it, and so finally I got like the whole thing unpaid for. It's like I'm just gonna tell you guys, warning, words of wisdom really quick, kind of reach back to last week about wisdom. If you get a gym membership, just remember, it's hard to get rid of gym memberships. Like they make you, like I sat in an hour-long post, like gotta quit it. Like they wouldn't let me just like, you can't just quit. You can't just say I'm done. Like they're like, no, you gotta sit down and talk with it. You gotta meet with someone. And I'm like, just give me my money back, man. I don't work out here anymore. Like, I'm done, okay? Let me go. So anyway, so there you go. So there you go. There's a little poke into my life there. So let's move on into what we're talking about today. So this evening, we are starting a new series called Hope, and we're talking about things that we hope in, things that we, are kind of hopeful about, things that, ways that we can have hope. Because let's be real, 2021 looks a lot like 2020. And a little bit nutty, and we need some hope, don't we? We need some hope in our lives. We need some, stop pointing at your sister, okay? We know her name's Hope, okay? Anyway, so they're like, we just need more of our sister in our life. So, yeah. So, anyway, all right. So, anyway, anyway, but we need some more hope in our lives because, let's be real, the world around us just feels kind of crazy. It feels chaotic. It feels like life is just kind of drifting away, right? And because here's the thing in life. It may seem like things are going okay for a moment, and even in the midst of COVID-19, there's moments where we start to feel like, hey, I'm kind of getting into a groove right here, right? I'm kind of getting into a groove right here. And then, bam, something happens in life. And like Longs, like Brandon, I know you're watching tonight, you feel this for sure right now because you guys are going along life, and then, boom, your dad got COVID. You guys are stuck at home. Then, boom, someone else in your family got COVID. Now you got to stay at home longer. And it's like, are we ever going to, like, if I were Longs right now, Brandon, if I was you right now, I'd be like, my question I'd be asking myself is, am I ever going to leave my house again? Or am I just stuck here forever? Not to make light of it. But I mean, like, I feel like I'd be there forever, and I'd be losing my mind. And then it's just kind of one thing after another, Things just kind of spiral. And then you just begin to drift. You begin to drift, right? Things start mounting on each other, and life gets really hard, and things become overwhelming to the point that we just feel like there's no hope, and there's no point, and we just want to give up. We just want to give up. So, to what or to whom do you turn to when you feel like you've drifted so far away from dry land and you feel hopeless? To what or to whom do you turn to when you feel hopeless? What or to whom do you turn to when life gets difficult and hard? Tonight we're going to look at a book in the Bible called Hebrews. And Hebrews was written to Hebrews, to Jews, right? And when we see in the book of Hebrews, the Hebrew people were drifting from Jesus because they were going through some tough times. They're going through some hard times. Let's read the account in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 13 through 20. It says this. It says, "For when God made a promise to Abraham, since he had no one greater by whom to swear, he swore by himself, saying, 'Surely I will bless you and multiply you.' And thus Abraham, having patiently waited, obtained the promise. For people swear by something greater than themselves, and in all their disputes an oath is final for confirmation. So when God desired to show more convincingly to the heirs of the promise the unchangeable character of his purpose, he guaranteed it with an oath. So that by two unchangeable things, in which it is impossible for God to lie, we who have fled for refuge might have strong encouragement to hold fast," and check this, "to hold fast to the hope set before us. We have this hope as a sure and steadfast anchor of the soul, a hope that enters into the inner place behind the curtain, where Jesus has gone as a forerunner on our behalf, having become a high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek." So what do we see in this passage? What we see in this passage and are reminded of is that how much we need an anchor for our souls. How much we need an anchor for our souls. We may get worried and caught up in the mess of this world. COVID-19 is still here. It hasn't gone away yet. Family issues arise, and we have issues with our parents or with our siblings or with some extended family member. Whether it's friend drama and all the mess that is, something on social media, whether it's politics in this world, that's been ripe for the taking for the last year, hasn't it? Money problems, health, race issues, and more. Things start to pile up. And we get worried and we get caught up in all those things, and we need an anchor for our souls. We can also get worried and caught up with not just bad things, but we can get caught up in good things as well. In our life, there's good things that happen in our lives, and we get caught up and we get worried about them, and we get stressed out about them. And we wonder, like in school, am I ever going to be good enough? Am I good enough? Am I going to get into the college that I went to? And I worry that I pour all my time and put all my hope and all of my energy into getting good grades, into putting it into this category. And there are times in life where our good things can turn into stress. Like, for instance, I think about my own life. When I was in middle school, I was a part of the diving team, and I first started. And I don't know how many of you guys know, like, my diving career. I ended up going to college, and it ended up working really well for me. But when I first started, man, I hated diving. I mean, I loved it, but I hated having to learn new dives. Because there was one dive in particular I was trying to learn. And when I look back on it, it's almost laughable. But I remember trying to learn it, and every single time I did it, I'd belly flop. Every time. And you guys would probably be like, dude, I want the footage of that. You know what I mean? Good news for me, cameras, too expensive to have at the time. So anyway, so no footage for anyone for that. So sorry. But anyway, I'd belly flop every time. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, I just want to quit. And I almost quit. I almost told my mom, like, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I remember one day she took me up to the pool and she's like, go do that dive. And I'm like, I can't do that dive, Mom. She's like, do it. And then I did it and I belly flopped. And I was like, see? I remember like literally walking down, see? I can't do it. I'm like, with tears streaming down, like a little middle school Ben, you know, kind of thing. And real squeaky voice too. And so I'm like, see? And I'm like, I want to quit. She's like, you're not quitting. I'm like, ah, you know what I mean? And eventually, what happens, right? You know, I get stressed out, worried over that. Eventually it works out and it gets a little bit better, you know. But that's such a point. Good things can get bad. There's other moments in our lives. I remember also when I was in college, I remember wanting to give up on friendships. I remember wanting to give up on all my friendships because I felt like no one cared about me. I feel like it didn't seem like they were going anywhere. And I felt like all the conversations I need to have with people were just too difficult. They were too hard. And I didn't want to have those difficult conversations. I didn't want to deal with the hardship that was going to bring. But it's what my relationships needed for them to grow. It's what my relationships needed for them to actually have meaning and purpose to them. And also, I remember I wanted to quit trying to be a youth pastor at one point. Right when I was a senior in college, I remember I almost quit. I almost said, you know what? I'm going to find something else to do. I'm just going to coach diving. I'm just going to do something else. Just clearing out what God wants me. Because every single church I applied to closed the door on it. And I remember I applied at so many different churches, dozens of churches. And I remember every single time it was the same thing. And it just didn't work out. And I even got to the point, I was going all the way to the last interview, and then they would just shut the door on it. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, God, is this what you want from me? Are you sure this is what you want from me? I remember just wanting to give up. And so this verse in Hebrews it reminds us that we need something to anchor our souls. We need something to anchor our soul to because we are prone to drift. We are prone to drift by the storms of this world and the hardships and of the realities of life. And it can make us want to just quit everything. And there's moments where when we get really serious, sometimes it makes us want to quit our faith and just say, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I just want to give up on it entirely. See, the Hebrew people were in a very hard place at this time. They were surrounded by people who were not happy with their new faith in Christ. Their friends ignored them. Some of their spouses left them. People stopped doing business with them completely. And so they lost their jobs or their livelihood. These Christians were mocked. They were made fun of. And even their own families disowned them. I can't imagine that kind of feeling. But here's the thing. People were hurting and broken simply because they chose to follow Jesus. That's a hard kind of pill to swallow. People were hurting and broken simply because they chose to follow Jesus. You see, the writer of Hebrews is writing because he knows these people were drifting further and further into hard times. They were facing hardships, and it wasn't getting better. It was pretty much just getting worse. And so they wanted to give, they were on the brink of giving up on hope altogether. People were asking, is Jesus really worth all of this? Is Jesus really worth all of this? You ever been there too? In a moment in your life where you just asked yourself that question? You know, when you're going through some hardships. I know for some of us, we're probably a little young. We probably haven't gone through some hardships, but a lot of us have, right? And you've really felt that weight. And you've wondered yourself, is this really worth it? Is Jesus worth it? Is all of this worth it? Is following Jesus really making a difference in my life? Is following Jesus really making a difference in the lives of the people around me? Is it worth missing out on the so-called good life? Is it worth it? You see, the author of Hebrews is pointing out in this passage that Jesus is the great and true high priest. Jesus is someone we can trust. Jesus is someone we can trust. Jesus is someone we can put our hope in. He says this, when he makes a promise, Jesus keeps it. When he makes a promise, Jesus keeps it. When he says that he goes before us, he really does that. And he's got history to back him up. And so here's a question I want you to consider. Does your soul have an anchor? Does your soul have an anchor? Does your soul have an anchor? When things get hard in life, who and what do you focus to help you get through it? Who do you focus on? What do you use to get through it? Where is your soul anchored? All of us do it somewhere. Some of us anchor our soul in a boy or a girl that we're dating or someone that we're interested in. We anchor it into our family, and we focus so intense on our family that that's going to get us through all the hardships and the difficult parts of life. We wrap that anchor into our friendships, and we put all of our stock into our friendships, and all my hope is in them. We put it in our abilities, that if I'm smart enough or I'm more talented enough, it'll get me through these difficult times, and that'll be the answer to everything that I need. We put it in our giftedness, in our home, in our money. We put that as the anchor to our soul, the anchor to the issues that we have in life. So let's talk about a couple things. First off, your anchor, though, if you want it to really, truly be there and to really be a true anchor that doesn't drift and float away or doesn't move, your anchor can't be in your stuff. Your anchor can't be in your stuff. It can't be in your stuff. Only another soul can care for and help another soul. Only a soul can help a soul out, right? And your house doesn't have a soul. I know it's shocking. But your house doesn't have a soul. Some of you are like, my house talks though, man. Some creepy parts to my house. But here's the thing. Your house doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a soul. It's just wood, a little copper wire in there, some other stuff, you know. whatever it is, drywall, I know what's in the house. Your phone, no matter how great it is, no matter how wonderful it is, no matter how many answers to life it has, and how great you love Googling everything, so you can show me how much smarter than I am, than you are than I am, whatever, it doesn't have a soul. Your phone doesn't have a soul. I know Siri's creepy, and she puts Facebook ads everywhere, but she doesn't have a soul, These things cannot be your anchor because these things are ultimately dependent upon you to function. They're dependent on you to function. They will wither, break, and need to be replaced eventually in time. So you can't anchor your soul into your stuff. Secondly, you can't anchor yourself into another person. Your anchor can't be other people. Your anchor can't be other people. And here's the reason why. The problem with this is that whether it's the person that you're dating, whether it's your family, whether it's your best friend, the problem with that is that we all have fractured souls, don't we? We're all fractured. And it needs to be anchored. We're all kind of messed up and we're drifting. And if we anchor ourselves to someone else, you know what we're going to do? We're going to float with them. And we're going to go where they go. And we're going to follow where they go. Unless they're anchored in somewhere else great, we're going to just go to the whims of where they are. Because here's the problem with people. People aren't perfect. And that's why the world is in the way it is. Because people aren't perfect. People mess up. You and I, we mess up all the time, don't we? And we create issues in our own lives. And so to tie up another fractured soul that needs anchoring, it's kind of like having two boats in the middle of a storm that's producing 15-foot waves, right? And you're just trying your boat to another one that's getting hit too. And so what's going to happen in the end? You're both going to bump into each other, you're going to shatter your boats, and you're going to sink. It's not the best idea, is it? It's not a good idea at all. You might as well just put on your life jacket and say, peace, I'm out. You don't got any other hope. So where does our soul need to be anchored? Our soul needs to be anchored to Jesus. Our soul needs to be anchored to Jesus because here's the thing about Jesus, and this is the hope that we get from Jesus. Jesus doesn't fade away. Jesus doesn't decay like our stuff. Some of you got a brand new iPhone 12 this year. Some of you got a brand new, laptop. Some of you, because COVID happened and everything, and you're like, man, this is the greatest thing I've ever gotten. Give it 2 years, I think it's going to be junk, and you're going to be wanting something new, right? Give it 7 years, and man, that thing's ancient. Give that thing 25 years, people are going to look at that like a relic, and you can probably sell it on eBay for thousands of dollars, or not, and it's going to be worthless, right? Jesus doesn't decay, and he isn't like every other person that depends on someone or something else. Jesus is fully independent. Jesus is God. He doesn't need anyone. He doesn't need anything. He will never fail us, nor could he ever fail himself. So let us be honest with ourselves here. We don't like that the Bible said anchor. And because here's where the truth kind of gets a little hard. We don't like the idea that the Bible says anchor. Because often when we think about anchor, where does anchor go? In the middle of the storm. It's right in the middle of the storm. Because why would you want to put an anchor down during a storm? God says, put your anchor into me. But then that's right in the middle of the storm of our life. Because an anchor implies that we're staying right there. We're going to have to endure clenched fists, right, through the storm. It means the waves are going to hit us. It means that we're going to be bruised. It means that our life or our situation that we're in, it isn't going to go away. It's going to be painful. And it's going to be hard. And we're going to have to walk through it. And I think for many of us, if we're being real, we wish we didn't just have Jesus as an anchor for our soul. We wish we had helicopter Jesus. Or State Farm Jesus, right? So that we just have to call out for him. And then Jesus comes and gets us out of whatever situation that we're in, right? You guys know the State Farm thing, right? Right? It's like, hey, like a good neighbor, State Farm's there. It's like, hey, I got an accident. Jesus here. Cool. I'm out. So maybe your parents are fighting. Maybe your friends are not returning your texts. Maybe your boyfriend or your girlfriend dumped you. Maybe you failed your test. Maybe you found out someone close to you got COVID-19 and you got a quarantine for 2 weeks. The list goes on and on. How great would it to be just say, hey, like a good Savior, Jesus is there. Nice. I'm out. Let's get this going. That sounds good. I like that. That's got a good ring to it, doesn't it? And then boom, Jesus shows up, takes care of everything, and takes you out of there. and it doesn't cost you a thing. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just done. It's over with, and you're moving on. How great would that be? Everyone would sign up for Jesus, right? If that were the case. But however, it's hard to find many passages that talk about State Farm Jesus. They talk about helicopter Jesus, like a helicopter parent that's just kind of waiting for it. And whenever something comes, he's like, whoop, 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 you know? No, you don't find that, right? You don't find that. Because people want to avoid the hard times, but Jesus doesn't sweep those under the rug. No, he helps us through it. This reminds me of the passage from Matthew 14. In Matthew 14, this passage, Jesus told his disciples to go ahead of him to Gennesaret and get on a boat while he stayed and prayed. While he stayed there and prayed. The disciples got in the boat and everything went very great. No. It went really bad. It went really, really bad. You know? All of a sudden, wind and waves were everywhere. The disciples are on a boat. Jesus isn't with them. Jesus is like their get out of jail free card all the time, right? You know, for the most part. And then all of a sudden, he's gone. They're out in a boat, waves and wind, big old, waves are coming at them and crashing on. They're freaking out. They're like, this boat's about to break. We're all going to die. This is the end. What the deuce? You know, this is awful. They want it out. And then, all of them in a moment, they see Jesus. They see Jesus in the distance. And what's Jesus doing? He's walking. He's walking. Like, guys, this is crazy. You know, I think so many times we read the Bible and we read the Bible like it's no big deal. Like NBD, I see this every single day. Like, have you seen water turned into wine? I haven't. Have you seen a lame person healed like that? I haven't. Have you seen someone spit in the mud, rub it on someone else's eyes, tell them to wash in the river, and then they could see again? I have not. So these are wow passages. These are crazy passages. And when you read about this passage in Matthew 14, and Jesus is walking on water, it's like, wait, what? Hold up. I've never, that would be a really cool party trick, but I've not seen that, you know? Like, this is a new thing going on here. Jesus walking on the water, right? And there's the crazy thing. I think so many times we think about it, and, you know, it's like Jesus didn't just walk on water. He walked on waves. He walked on waves. There was a storm, and Jesus is walking in the tumultuous amount of storms that are going around them, you know? And so these guys are freaked out, and rightfully so, because I'd be like, yo, Jesus, this is crazy, man. This is next level. What is going on here, you know? And this is also in between the time of 3 and 6 a.m. So, I mean, it could be imagined dude, my brain's got to be going crazy right now. They saw a man walking on water, and I don't care who you are. You have permission in that moment, if you're the disciples, to pee your pants. You just do, right? You have permission. All permission given, you know? Jesus walking on water, told everyone to calm down, and everything's going to be okay. And then, you know what's the crazy thing? What happens after that? Peter, you guys know Peter, right? He says, hey, Jesus, can I join you? Right? Can I jump out? Can I walk on the water with you? You know? And I don't know how Peter got to this choice, because he went from freaking out, probably peeing his pants, you know, because he saw, thought he saw a ghost, but it was Jesus. I mean, that's the only explanation I could make up right there, you know, to asking Jesus if he could walk on water with him. All of a sudden, he's out of the boat. And everyone always thinks that Peter and Jesus just simply walked on this flat water, right? No, but they're in the middle of the storm. And they're just, I don't know what this looks like, but it's got to be crazy to watch. And they just simply walk, they just get out there. How incredible this be see. They're walking in the stormy waves. So Peter, what happens after that? Looked at the waves, looked at the wind, gets afraid, and what happens? Took his eyes off Jesus, and he began to sink. He began to sink into the water. But then in that moment, Jesus grabs Peter's hand and he pulls him out. And he saves him. With wind and waves still going like crazy, Jesus asked him, why did you doubt? Why did you doubt? Peter could have been like, don't you see the storm, Jesus? But he didn't answer that, right? We can relate, can't we? Your parents are fighting. Your parents are fighting. You're going through a relationship problem. You're going through friends, drama, or other situations that just feel overwhelming. If Jesus is asking you why you're doubting, I think it's clear. The storms are rough right now. The storms are rough. The storms are hard. Have you ever doubted Jesus in hard times? Let me just let you know something, and let me just ease your burden a little bit. We all do. Have you ever doubted in a hard time in life? We all do. I could just tell you, as your youth pastor, I have. I've doubted in hard times. I've gone through some rough moments in life, and I can tell you, your faith is tried, and you just begin to doubt, and you wonder. So here's what I want you to think about this. Jesus was physically in front of Peter. Like literally, eyeballs, no mask, right? Looking right at each other. And Peter still looked away. They're literally he's looking right at Jesus, looking straight into his face, and he still looks away. He still takes his eyes off of Jesus. If Peter can look away from the physical body of Jesus, here's the thing. What makes us think that we won't look away at times? What makes us think that we won't doubt at moments? We all have a propensity of doubt. We all have that way. Jesus was not really asking why Peter doubted here. He knew that he got overwhelmed. Jesus was rhetorically saying, why did you doubt? He said, Peter, you were for a moment walking on water. You were doing the literal impossible in that moment. I understand that you see the waves. I understand that you feel the wind. But that doesn't change the fact that you were literally doing what no other person has done in the history of humanity. So why did you doubt? Why did you doubt? You looked at your circumstances and your surroundings, and you took your eyes off of Jesus. Keep your eyes on Christ. You see, Jesus is calling us as well. He's calling us to keep our eyes on Him. Keep our eyes on Him. No matter how difficult your circumstances are, focus on Jesus as the anchor for your soul. Focus on Jesus as the anchor for your soul. He'll help you go through those hard times. It doesn't mean that He's going to stop it. It's not like a good neighbor. Jesus Christ is there. No. He's still going to deal with some of these hard times, but He'll help you go through the hard times. He'll help you persevere through the hard times. So my question for you is this. Is Jesus an anchor for your soul? Is Jesus an anchor for your soul? Romans 8:28 says this, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. Here's the hope we have, guys. In difficult circumstances, COVID-19 world, and COVID-19 is just there. I think we're all kind of getting used to it. But at the same time, all the other stuff's still going on. There's all this other stuff in the background. There's all these messes and all these difficult things that are happening all around us still. But here's the hope that we have. Jesus will work out the hard times for good. We don't know how. We don't know when. And we don't always get an answer in this life. But we know that God is going to use it for good. And we have that hope in the midst of these hard times. Let's pray. God, we thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. Thank you for the opportunity to just look at your word and be encouraged by it. Because, God, we need encouragement. God, this year has been hard. Last year was hard. And there's going to be some hard moments. And it's not going to, even past COVID-19, it's still going to be hard. There's going to be difficult stuff that we go through in life. And there's always going to be something that brews. There's always a storm, and there's always a wave, and there's always the wind that's going to be distracting us from the fact that you are the one that gives us life and that you are the anchor to our soul. And so, God, I pray, would we anchor ourselves to you alone? Not the stuff of life, not the people around us, but, God, you, because you are the one that gives life. You are the one that fills us with life. And you're the one that gives us purpose and meaning. So God, strengthen us, embolden us. Help us remember that today. God, we love you and we thank you. We thank you that you are that anchor and that you never, ever give up. So thank you for all that you do. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Guys, we want to thank you for being with us here in the room. And we would encourage you guys to stay afterward. Feel free to chat with one another. Feel free to kind of, stay distant socially with each other, but just feel free to chat. And if you'd like to talk more, the leaders and I, we're all here. You can talk with Rachel, Judy, and I. We'd love to talk with you afterward and all that. But for those of you that are online, we're so glad that you guys are joining us, whether you're in your room or whether you're watching on TV. We're just so thankful that you're watching and you're joining us. And reach out. Don't miss out. Also, just small groups, man. If you want to go deeper, you want to connect, you want to be reminded of this truth, the anchor of our soul as Jesus, show up at small groups on Sunday, 1 p.m. We'll see you then. Guys, have a great night.
Bye.